What are push scenarios in blackjack and how do they work? Imagine you're sitting at a blackjack table, and both you and the dealer end up with the same total hand value. What happens next? That's what we call a push. It might sound simple, but understanding push scenarios can really help you make smarter decisions during the game. So, let's break down what a push is and how it works in blackjack. First, a push happens when the player's hand and the dealer's hand have exactly the same total points. For example, if both have a total of 18, the game ends in a tie. When this happens, your original bet is returned to you, and you neither win nor lose money on that hand. It's like hitting the reset button for that round. A common push scenario is when both the player and the dealer get a natural blackjack. That's when the first two cards total 21, usually an ace and a 10 value card. If both have a blackjack, it's a push, and your bet is returned. No one wins or loses in this case, which keeps things fair for both sides. Pushes can also happen after splitting pairs. If you split your initial two cards into two separate hands, and one of those hands ties with the dealer, that hand results in a push. The other hand might win or lose, but the tied hand simply gets your original bet back. It's important to remember that each split hand is played independently, so pushes are handled on a case-by-case basis. Another situation involves doubling down. When you double your initial bet and take one more card, if your final hand ties with the dealer's, it's a push. The doubled bet is returned to you, and the round ends without a win or loss. Doubling down can be a good move, but knowing that a push can happen helps you understand the risks and rewards better. Now, what are the chances of a push happening? In blackjack, the probability of a push is around 8 to 9%. That means out of every 100 hands played, about 8 or 9 will end in a tie. While it's not very common, it's still something to keep in mind when planning your bets. Since a push results in your original bet being returned, it doesn't directly affect your overall winnings. But it can influence your strategy, especially if you've doubled down or split. Knowing that a push can occur helps you decide how much to bet and when to take certain actions. Understanding push scenarios is part of the game's fundamentals. It helps you manage your expectations and plan your moves better. Whether you're playing for fun or trying to improve your strategy, recognizing when a push might happen keeps you more aware of the game's flow. So next time you're at the table, remember that a push is just a tie, and knowing how it works can make your blackjack experience more enjoyable.